The Europa League is what we'll start with. Good night for the two English sides. Great night for Valencia. Late drama for them to beat Krasnodar. Late drama for Sevilla, who were on the wrong end of it. They end up going out to Slavia Prague. Eintracht Frankfurt looking really impressive.
Late drama for Chelsea?
Against Inter. Yeah, not so much drama in the Ukraine. Benfica also getting through. But let's focus on Arsenal. 4-3. They get through after overturning that 3-1 first league deficit and looking pretty impressive in the process, Paul.
Well, I'll tell you what was looking impressive. That's Aaron Ramsey.
Yep.
I mean, and he's leaving the building. I mean, Arsenal fans are scratching their head. I'm scratching my head. He's a box-to-box midfield player. That's what they need. He can protect the back four. He can create in the attacking area for you. Why is he leaving?
Yeah. They had a bit of luck too, didn't they, Stevie? Second goal, clearly offside, shouldn't have stood.
Yeah, they did, but sometimes you have to make your own luck. And the way Arsenal set about this, right from the get-go, they went after Rennes. Rennes, for me, the way they set up, definitely played into Arsenal's hands. But when a side does that against you, you have to be able to take advantage of it. And Arsenal did. And quite frankly, for me, as bad as they were on the first leg, they were as good in the second.
The fact of the matter is, Rennes aren't a good team, period. They're sitting 8th in Liga, and as improved as they have been under Julian Stefan, you just didn't feel that this was a team that could knock Arsenal out, even though Arsenal tried their best in that first leg. And did recover and did ride their luck somewhat. Arsenal's squad isn't all that deep. They're still fighting in two competitions. In this one, there's a lot of football to be played in the Europa League if they are to get to the final or even back to the semi-final. And similarly, top four in the English Premier League is there for them. So Unai Emery is going to have to ask a lot of a squad, including calling on players like Aaron Ramsey, who at one point he was trying to use it as sparingly as possible. But Arsenal's still fighting on those two fronts.
So other than Aaron Ramsey, who really caught your eye today? They had a lot of the big guns out. Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ozil.
I scratch my head on why Torreira doesn't play. I'd much prefer him to Granit Xhaka. Look,
You don't like Granit Xhaka?
No, I don't like him. I don't know what he does, to be perfectly frank. I mean, look, as the lads have said, going with a back three, that he had out there, I don't think they're great. Maitland-Niles is really coming into his own as a young attacking wing-back. I think he was terrific. Kolasinac was getting forward, whipping it in. So going forward, as Stevie said, they took advantage of the gaps that Rennes afforded them, and in the end, it was all right.
Is there a little more resiliency now, I wonder, to this Arsenal team having come back?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we've seen this resiliency almost from the start of the season. Horrible first couple of games, but since then, listen, you talk about organised and they know what they're all about. That's what Emery has Arsenal at right now.
Well, they move on to the quarter-final alongside Chelsea, and those two London teams amongst the top three in terms of the favourites to win the Europa League. Napoli sandwiched in between them, Valencia rounding out the top four. Of course, so much depends on the draw, who gets who. Remember, the draw will pit all the teams a path right through to the final. But what do you make of those odds? Do Chelsea deserve to be the favourites to win this tournament right now, above Napoli and Arsenal?
Not for me, no. I think Chelsea are favored behind Napoli and Arsenal. Just given what we've seen from Chelsea of late domestically, I think Arsenal have been more consistent and playing the better football. They also have an incredible home record right now to bank on. And similarly, Napoli, second best team in Italy. I don't have Chelsea, given their inconsistencies, albeit domestically, as better than Napoli either.
I kind of go the other way. I think I can't argue how ineffective they've been domestically, but in the Europa League, they've been absolutely sensational. He's made changes. Yep. They've looked comfortable. It seems like there's a big weight is lifted off the shoulders when they get outside the Premier League. So I think the bookies have got it right.
I think on that point that Stevie makes, it's about that he makes changes. Hudson-Odoi comes in, young kid. Loftus-Cheek comes in. Kanté plays in the right spot. You know, that's a team that is playing with freedom. Right. I mean, that's a message. All the Chelsea fans want these young kids there.
Outside bet, Eintracht Frankfurt. They look pretty impressive, don't they?
They look very good against Inter Milan.
Really impressive against Inter. And guess what? Sevilla are out You can talk about a team that have won the Europa League. They lost in the knockout round for the first time in 21 knockout round ties. So means the field is open, doesn't it, for the Europa League?
For Arsenal. He's all wide open for Arsenal.
The quarter-final draw and the Champions League quarter-final draw reviewed on our next edition of FC.